14 kilometres to go for the men, but the women, well, we're down to 4 at the moment, and they've got around about 10k to go, 10 kilometres of running to go. And interesting, look at this, we've lost Constantina Dita of Romania, the Olympic marathon champion. She's not with that leading group, and that's a surprise really. She looked quite comfortable early on. Weightman looks in good form. We saw her run her personal best over 10 kilometres in the Dublin Bupa race. That's the Great Ireland run this year. She got a best for the half marathon of what, 72.02, and set on the Gold Coast in July last year. There she is, wearing 66. Looking as though she wants to take this race on, just as Gebrselassie. Well, this is a familiar sight now, and clearly what he's done is just wound it up, and there's a big gap, and there are 3 left. And we've got Craig Mottram there following Haile Gebrselassie, and Patrick Makau Musyoki of Kenya, and he was 8th in the Edinburgh cross country incidentally in January. That was over 9.3 kilometres, so give you some idea of his form, although he is supposed to be in good form at the moment. And Mottram fancies his chances. Ndereba, the Olympic marathon silver medalist, right up now alongside Lisa Weightman, and this could be a significant move. It's the first time she's taken over the race, and she's looked very strong, and it looks as though she might well now be taking it over. Weightman will have to run very, very hard with just 8 kilometres to go now. She'll have to run very hard, and so will the rest. Yoshida behind her, and of course Benita Johnson's dropped off as well. She's in 4th place, so, well, all of a sudden there's a real race on for the women, and the effort is being made by the talented Catherine Ndereba. Well, Gebrselassie, look at this, he's pushing down the pedal slowly. The most difficult thing about this man is that he just accelerates very slowly, and you have to respond. Craig Mottram behind him there, of course 8th in the Athens Olympic 5,000 metres final. A 5,000 metre man really, silver medalist in the Commonwealth Games here in Melbourne in 2006 at home, and really desperately wants to do well in this event here in front of his home crowd. Just past Flinders Street Station and heading towards Princess Bridge, and Gebrselassie looks very, very comfortable. Having said that, so does Makau. Patrick Makau looks very easy as well. Not much between these 3 at this stage of the race. Well, there's the shrine, and that signals 10 kilometres to go, so 5 gone and 10 to go, so just over 6 miles of running left. And I would think that they'll find it very difficult to stay with Gebrselassie. I mean, Gebrselassie, when you look at it, 26 world records set in his career, 4 times the world indoor champion, 4 times world 10,000 metre champion. The masses stroll along, and Mottram has been dropped. Well, Craig Mottram, you can see that there is a big gap now opening up, and even Makau is finding it difficult to stay with Gebrselassie. This is a very big effort now from Gebrselassie. He's really put the pedal down, and Craig Mottram now can't stay with this at all. And I really think that the bronze medalist in the World Athletics Championships in 5,000 metres in 2005 has got a lot of work to do if he's going to maintain this sort of form. But Ndereba, look at this, what a gap! Now that gap has opened very, very quickly indeed. We saw her earlier on putting down the pedal, a little look at the watch from her, and she says, yeah, I'm doing well. And she is doing well too. And she's absolutely destroyed the field, and there's a danger that Gebrselassie could do the same. This downhill part now giving an opportunity to just move away from the field again, and Mottram in the background is now in no man's territory really, and certainly Patrick Makau is in danger of being left. He's just latched on. There's just that little, well, that little bit of confidence, the fact that he's 2 or 3 metres behind with just 8 kilometres to go, then 7 gone, 8 to go. And look at this break, and this is the sign of a man who's run 2 hours 3.9 for the marathon, a man who's suffering from jet lag, a man who's taken 17 hours to get here. And incidentally, back in 1956 when the Ethiopian team came to these Olympic Games in Melbourne, it took them 17 days, not 17 hours to get here. So this really is all change. And Ndereba and Gebrselassie, the 2 talents, real talents in this, doing so very, very well. Well, it's interesting to see how quickly she made that break, and there's the second and third, and they're way down. That's Lisa Weightman in the red strip ahead of Kari Yoshida of Japan, the early leader. But that gives you some idea. Just have a look at this shot. The gap is absolutely huge, and it happened so quickly when Ndereba just put down the pedal and went away. And she looks so easy, doesn't she? Benita Johnson's just been blown away on this one, I'm afraid. It's not going to be her day in front of the home crowd. And for Ndereba of Kenya, 4 kilometres to go.
The Tan running track is a Melbourne institution. Craig Mottram holds the official record of 10 minutes and 12 seconds. Let's rejoin Stuart Story to see if the Aussie is still in contention in this race.
Well, the gap between Craig Mottram and the two leaders is now significant. And really, after about 7 kilometres, he has been dropped. It's quite clear. It doesn't look as though he's going to come back from this as Gebrselassie really starts to move away. But I have to say, I'm very impressed with Patrick Makau. Although, when you look at the times overall, well, Gebrselassie passed through 5 kilometres in 14:47 and through 10 in 28:48. So it's not as quick as we would expect. There's Collis Birmingham, incidentally. We've seen him in Sheffield in the United Kingdom running. He's done quite well towards the end of this season, incidentally, and the rest strung out behind. But certainly Ndereba here with about a kilometre to go. She took it on very early, at about halfway in fact, broke away. It was a significant break. We saw the start of that break earlier on, and then of course the rest is history. She's so far ahead of the rest of the field. Certainly Yoshida, certainly Weightman were there, and we understand that one of the athletes, not fancied incidentally, Alice Mason, is making good headway in that women's